sometimes when you're building out a homemade camper van, your initial projects might not be perfect, okay? So you kind of got to live with it for a little bit and then decide what needs to be reconfigured and fixed. And that's what we're doing in today's video. In this video, I got a new dash cam that I'm really excited to show y'all. Not affiliated, not sponsored. I talk about my squirrel tail because it's cool. We're packing up the van chaotically. And I'm cutting holes in my bed because we got to reconfigure some stuff. It's just not working out. I'm fixing the awning. She stands so excited, and I'm cutting holes in my doors because it just seemed right. Then the awning completely fell off the van, and so we have to fix it again, MacGyver style. So buckle up and enjoy. Okay guys, so the dash cam is here. It's a lot, alright? It's a lot. I did some research and this is supposed to be a very nice dash cam, alright? It also has the rear cam. So, yeah, it's a very nice box too. I like when stuff comes in a nice box. Look at that. It even has the little ribbon there. Like, I could reuse this box for something. Here's all the parts. You get the little sticker. Now, I've heard good and bad things about using these surveillance stickers. Some say it's good, it deters people, but some say that this tells people you have stuff worth stealing. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll use it, maybe we won't. But there's a lot of parts. A really thick manual. I'm a little overwhelmed. I think this is the main camera for the dash, and then we have a rear camera somewhere. This, no, it's in here. I don't know. That's the port. This might. I don't know. I have no idea what's what right now. So I'm gonna have to sit here and study this stuff, read the manual, and figure out how to put this together, and I will be right back. Alright, so here's the parts list in the manual, and dummy, if I had just like took the time to read, it says what everything is. This is the rear cam cable. Okay, that one's not marked, but this actually says on it rear cam, so I was looking for that a while ago. So yeah, there's all of the parts for it, and now I'm just going to continue reading. Okay, so I haven't permanently mounted it. It comes with a temporary mount and like a permanent glue mount. It suggests that you do the temporary mount for a while and find the right spot for it. And I haven't permanently put up any of the wires. I've just got them ran. I have the back cam on too, and I've just got the wire going back there. Now, it said in the manual that some vehicles and radios aren't like straight powered. So that means when you turn your car off, this is going to go off, and that's how it's supposed to work. But some radios do still have some power, and apparently mine does, because this thing is totally recording and my car or my van is off. I have USB ports. Now my radio doesn't work when I'm off, but apparently the USB ports still work when it's off. It also came with the plug like this. I can plug this into that. Now maybe that will be different, but I don't want to run my battery dead, so when I park somewhere I will unplug it. And this does have a parking crash feature, meaning if it is hardwired, if somebody hits your car, bumps into your car, it's going to start recording in the front and in the back. So I had planned on using my rechargeable lithium battery pack so that when I park, I can have this thing plugged in. I'd rather run that down than run my van battery down. So yeah, we're just gonna go for a test drive, and it's not gonna be great footage. I'll have to do this again because it is raining. But it delivered today, and I got excited, and I want to play with it, so I'm gonna go for a drive. Okay, one thing that I noticed, I think I might have it a little bit crooked that way. I'm not sure. I'll check it when I'm doing the footage. So when I do mount it permanently, I need to make sure that I have it straight. That will bother me. While I'm here, check out my squirrel tail. Ain't that cute? It is a real squirrel's tail. I was walking, hiking somewhere, walking the dogs, and this perfect squirrel tail was just laying on the ground. I mean, it had, I imagine the squirrel got hurt or sick or something, but it was just a clean tail laying on the ground. And it was, when I first found it, I guess it was fresh, and it's still bent. That was kind of creepy, but you know, I like creepy stuff. Anyways, it's firm now, but I guess I probably should have washed it. I could be getting diseases, but I haven't got sick yet, and I've had it about a year, so. But anyhow, okay, let's continue driving. Even through the rain and my dirty window, I think this dash cam is pretty amazing. It also records audio inside of your van, but I can't share that for copyright. I'm listening to music. Yeah, so I'll link it below. I'm not affiliated, not sponsored. I just wanted a really nice dash cam. Also, it looked intimidating, but after reading the manual, it's plug and go. I didn't have to do any settings. They had it already for me. You literally just hang it up, plug it in, and you're ready to record. Don't judge me, all right? I got a spot for everything. I just got the last of my stuff out of my temporary storage. Yeah, big plans. Here we go. Okay guys, we're gonna do some redecorating. I'm gonna cut something. I got my bed outside. I just need to do some reconfigurating. Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna need to get into this frequently, okay? It's my food source, okay? It's what keeps me alive. And I need the cargo hitch, okay, I do. And it's gonna be cold and rainy for a while, all right? And I'm not gonna be able to unload those totes, the cargo totes, all right, to get freely to this. And also having this back there, it really clogs up ample storage space, all right? I originally built this for my old fridge to slide under there, all right? I did the measurements to custom to my old fridge, and right after I did that, I got this fridge for free. So, and it's literally just a hair. I mean, maybe if the floor, you know, this flooring is not under there, so it's that much of a difference. So here's the plan to cut this out. Now, it's not going to lose any stability here because there's studs or whatever there. There's floor legs. There might be some lost stability here, all right? But that is not a high, I don't know the technical terms. That's up top, okay? My weight, the way my weight's going to be distributed, I'm not going to be putting a lot of weight right there. And I have supports here. So I might need a small support here, but maybe not, okay? It might just be fine. Now, if I cut this out, this is going to slide in there, and once it drops down to that floor level, it's going to be level enough with the rest of my bed, okay? I'm not going to feel it if there's a slight hump because I have a pretty thick mattress. It's just going to form around it, okay? And again, I'm not that big. I'm not going to be putting a lot of weight on top of my fridge, but this is a heavy duty constructed fridge anyways. It's going to be fine. I can sit on it. It's fine. I'm mostly just going to be laying down there. Anyway, so yeah, that's the plan. That's what I'm doing. Whether anybody thinks it's a good idea or not, that's what I'm doing. So I will be able to get to my fridge two ways. I can slide it out, or I can like raise my mattress up, I think, and grab something out of there. I don't know. I haven't tested it. If I have to slide it out, I will. Not a big deal. Now, I would like for my door to open on this side, and I could turn it around, but I have dogs, okay, a lot of dogs. My van is going to be dusty and dirty and a lot of dog hair. That's just, we're being realistic here. It is. No matter how much I clean it, I'm going to have dust and dirt and dog hair all the time. My vents are here and there. If I was to turn it around, my vents would be up here, and the dogs are going to be laying here. So that means this will be sucking in the brunt of the dog dander and dirt and hair. So I'm going to just push it back this way so the vents are in the back, and hopefully it gets some cleaner air and it doesn't get clogged up. That's just the reality of living in a van with a bunch of dogs. You got to think about stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm about to cut this out. No going back now. I've decided it's happening. So here we go. Okay, so it's gonna stick out just a little bit, and that's because I didn't want to cut the back piece off down there, because even if I cut that piece off and slid it back, I wouldn't have the option of just raising my bed and opening it, which that might not even work anyways, but I want that option to be there, so I didn't want to slide it back any further. And what I did is the piece that I cut out of the center, I put down there, and because it was just a little bit too short and it was wobbly because the front sticks on this part of the floor, but by screwing this piece down there, now it well, I can't do it with one hand. Now it slides in there like that, and there we have it. Now my fridge is in the main living space, and again, this is flush with the stud, so this part is not an issue. And this, it's got a brace back there, so it's really just this little spot that doesn't have a brace, and it's not really given any, so I think it's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna clean this up, and I'm gonna put my mattress back in here, and we're gonna see how it works. Fingers crossed. And just like that, guys, it works. It works. Okay, now let's fix this awning, okay? I showed you in last video that I ordered some poles, and I will put a picture up here to show you again what poles I ordered. And in the comments on the last video, I had several people saying, I don't need poles, I just need like tie outs, but I do need poles, okay? There, you can see imprinted in the awning fabric underneath it where there used to be poles going, from the van to the front frame of the awning. I absolutely needed poles in the middle and on the sides. There's even holes cut out in the front frame of the awning where the holes are inserted. So yes, absolutely, I needed poles, and these poles worked perfectly. All right, guys, the tent poles definitely an improvement, all right? I also have tie outs and stakes. I know it needs that. This has some Velcro here. Like maybe it used to Velcro to the poles to hold it taut in the middles. So I need to look into a DIY for that, because you can see I got droopies there and there. But yeah, check it out. That's a pretty nice big solid awning there, guys. It's gonna work. It was a lot easier than I anticipated. You see, it already had these holes for these to go into. There and there. And I got one more tent pole. Not sure what I need that for, but yeah, haha, awning. Well, I did it, okay? I know maybe you forgot I mentioned it in a previous video, but the change hump there, oh Lord, where did it go? There it is. This thing, I have no use for it, okay? Because I took the seat out and it was preventing, you see that? I couldn't have my cabinet all the way over because of that hump. Well, the hump is gone. It's gone. And now I'm just gonna patch it up pretty. It'll be fun. Nobody's gonna see it anyways. In case you were wondering, I used the Dremel tool mostly, and then I just tried to clean up the edges with the roto zip. And the screw that was holding this in was rusted and wallered out, so I just ripped it out like She-Ra, whatever. Yeah. So there you have it. All right, now hopefully, I don't know if I can have it this flush. I don't know how much, but I think I can have it this flush. But maybe not. This hump might prevent it from being that flush, but we'll see. It's pretty flush. Pretty flush. Yes. Now I have more elbow space in my bathroom. So, yes. Good call. Good call. Okay, so good morning to me. I woke up and the entire canvas bag had fallen off, and the awning is attached to the bag, so it is necessary to keep the bag. The threading basically has rotted out over the years, and yeah, I need to reattach it to this part so that I can reattach it to the track here that is screwed to the van roof. So instead of hand sewing this entire thing back together, I'm just going to use rivets. Rivet, 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 rivet. And yeah, it worked beautifully. You do need to use washers like this, okay, because the rivet can pull through the bag material. So yeah, you just put the washer on the bag side and rivet your part out. And it worked like a charm. Whew! It's quite chilly out here this morning. Got my chill day shirt on. All right. Brr. I'm doing this clip down here because the van is in disarray right now. I've had a slightly chaotic week. You know, when you do a van build, sometimes your first build of certain features might not be the best. So you have to kind of live with it for a little while, and then you learn ways to make it better. And that is what I've done this week. I noticed some things that needed to be reconfigured, and I reconfigured them. Not a big deal. So yeah, sometimes you have to be a MacGyver. I'm trying to think of what all I can and should say here, But I think I'm just going to end it at that. I'm not going to elaborate on anything else. Just stay tuned. Lots of new things are on the horizon. I would really like to have some better weather, but it's just getting deeper and deeper into winter, and this is just going to be our weather for a while. Cold, damp, foggy, thick. My nose is stuffy. You can feel the air when you breathe it in. It is moist, very moist. Yeah. I mean, today isn't horrible. It's actually, I mean, it's chilly, but it's wet on the ground, but the sky is not falling, so that's good. It has rained a lot this week. And that makes it hard to video and hard to get things accomplished. But I'm proud of what I accomplished. There is more that I want to do to the awning. I bought some mesh tarps, and what that is, it's basically it's like a screen tarp. It's made out of plastic, not metal screen. And I got it for the sides and the front, and a zipper to go in the middle. It's going to kind of like wrap around, and I can open a door. So that way I can kind of be contained under my awning when I want to. I don't have to. Like for bad weather, I can put that mesh tarp around it. And even though it's got the little screen holes in it, it'll still keep out most of the water from the rain. Probably some of the wind. I can have a little heater out there. So that's nice. I need to wait for a sunshiny day before I can test that out. I wanted it for this video. It just didn't happen. But yeah, and I fixed the door. I cut the chain hump out. That might have seemed minor, but that was a big upgrade because I can scoot my cabinet over like this far now. That's more elbow space in the little bathroom. And then now just having the fridge up front in the main living space, that's pretty awesome too. That means if I get thirsty or hungry in the middle of the night, I don't have to go outside and try to squeeze in through the back doors. So yeah, that was pretty happy about that. Oh, I screamed in the dog crate, and underneath the desk, and I don't think I showed you that. I'll show you next Sunday, because I can't really get into the van right now. I got a lot of stuff in there. When it rains like this or weather like this, I have to put in a hurry all of my tools and stuff inside the van, and it's normally just tossed in there very messily. Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. Anyways, all right. Thank you for hanging in with me during these last few weeks. That's been kind of messy. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I thank you so much for liking, for commenting, for watching, for sharing. It really helps the channel. I've learned that there's something called a hype tab. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Everybody keeps saying I've hyped your video, and I see it in my analytics that people have hyped my video. But it's not showing for me on anybody else's channel, the hype button. But apparently under my videos there's a tab that says hype. I don't know. If you know more about it, explain it to me in the comments, because it's not showing on my YouTube account for my channel or for anybody else's. So, but if you see the hype tab, click it. Apparently it really helps my ratings and algorithm. And if you're watching this on the live premiere, the little tab over here that has your hearts, if you click the little hearts, that kind of helps the analytics and all that good stuff. Helps get my videos pushed out for more people to see them. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I say that a million times, but thank you. And I hope y'all have a great week.